Contrary to popular belief, there's actually an easier way to sell on Amazon. If you're new to Amazon FBA, you search how to sell on Amazon, and every single video that's going to populate is just going to be telling you to do private label, which again is a good business model. It's just definitely not beginner friendly. There's so many more steps that go into it: developing a product, ordering it from overseas, creating listings, knowing how to take proper photos, running advertising. There's just so many things that go into it. And the model that I try and show on my page is completely different. You have one sole thing you need to do, which is how do you find profitable inventory, sourcing products. What we're doing here is online arbitrage and wholesale. Online arbitrage model 1000% is the most beginner friendly way to begin making money online using Amazon FBA. So in this video, I'm going to break down what I did myself when I started and how I got to a point where I'm now doing multiple six figures in revenue every single month, 7 figures a year in revenue. So I will break down exactly, what I did, some mistakes I made, and how you can just avoid them altogether. For starters, when I started selling on Amazon, and I started doing the online arbitrage model, I was being told to start using tactical arbitrage softwares like that, which in my opinion do not work whatsoever. Everyone that's using tactical arbitrage is doing the same exact types of searches, finding the same products, and the products tend to tank. Also, it is just missing all the actual good listings because it's not picking up anything with the proper UPCs. There's so many bundles it's missing. So TA does not work. If you're looking up videos and they're telling you to use it, I would just avoid that at all costs, because again, like I said, you won't have much success. So I did that for the first month or two, and I really wasn't finding anything I was finding was just tanking, and I was losing money on. So avoid that. When I started to find real success with the online arbitrage model was when I finally started to introduce other methods of sourcing, like the reverse sourcing method, which is such a powerful way to find products because it's so easy to replicate. I have a bunch of videos on reverse sourcing on my channel that you can check out. I literally did a challenge last week where I put 5 minutes on the clock to see how fast I could find products, and I found 2 products just like that and a couple other ones that could potentially work if we took a little bit more time to look into. So if you're completely new and you didn't see that, I'm going to explain to you what the reverse sourcing method is, and it's actually very straightforward. So essentially, all you're going to want to do is pull up Amazon, and we're going to find a product that's branded, like, products that are only found at Walgreens, Sam's Club, Walmart. So for example, Walmart has Spring Valley, Target has Goodfellow, Sam's Club has Members Mark. Walgreens is actually just the Walgreens brand. So this product right here, you would pull up and you would go to Seller Amp and check out all the competitive sellers on here that are doing FBA. So we have this guy, FBA. I would just open them all up, and here I would go through the storefronts and disqualify anything that I don't like. So personally, for myself, I don't like selling shoes and clothing, so I would disqualify that storefront. Clothing, I would disqualify that. More clothing, disqualify that. Clothing, but we have a couple things here. So what I would do here is I would begin to source off of it and look and see what he's selling. So we're just looking at the products that competitors are selling and seeing if we can match them up to other listings on Amazon and start making money off listings ourselves. So I also use Keeper right here to see, I have a lot more in-depth videos on all this, but I'm using Keeper right here to see that the price is decreasing. So I would avoid. We see Amazon's on here, avoid, decreasing, avoid. Here's the first one that's kind of on an uptick, but honestly, I like this one a lot more here since it's like a straight up listing, just going straight across. So I would just do a simple Google search to see if we can find it profitably and see what we can find. Looks like Blaine's has it for $7.99. Their website has it. Maybe they have some discounts. I would open up a bunch of these listings to see if we can find it anywhere profitably. So at $7.99, this would not work. Let's see if we can find anywhere else. Here we have it for $10.10, but they probably have some sort of coupon here to see if we can get it profitably. I'm not going to spend too much time looking at it right now. Again, check this out. It's a pack of 6. So if we pull out our calculator, 49.11 divided by 6 is 8.18. So, that also wouldn't work, but that's okay. That's the first product we found. What you would do is go through all the products, find a winner, use that winner's sellers, because they're probably buying it from the same spot you found it at, and use those sellers to reverse source off of them and find additional ones. And it's just a loop of endless products. That is the easiest way, and that is the best way I found when I was a new seller to actually find profitable products. And that's what I recommend everyone does in the beginning, because you'll get that proof of concept quick. You'll find products guaranteed doing this method. Just give it like an hour, and then you'll get better at it. You'll start finding way more. And then, once you've mastered the reverse sourcing method, you'd want to move on to a new type of method, which is manually sourcing. So, I'm in the East Coast, you might be in California, the West Coast. You have specific stores that are only available there, just like I have specific stores that are only available here. So what I'm doing is I'm going to those websites that not everyone has access to, and I'm purchasing products from there. So I'm manually sourcing their products to Amazon, trying to find bundles, multi-packs, whatever I can to get a profit. A lot of bundle and multi-pack listings work really well, and you're usually only going to find these when you're manually sourcing. So you find those products, bring them on, and these products remain profitable so much longer, and they're replenishable for way longer. I have products on my store that I've been selling for over 12 months that I found with this method. Now, not to say you can't do that with the reverse sourcing method, it's just maybe 5 to 10% of those products end up being replenishable for more than 4 months, where in this situation, a good 80-90% are usually replenishable for a long time, because like I said, people are just not finding them. Now, once you've been making money with Amazon doing the online arbitrage method, you'd eventually want to move into wholesale, which is a lot more long-term. You build relationships, you have a lot of money to spend with suppliers, because a lot of people want to just jump straight into it. They come to me with like $500. I'm like, you can't place a PO with $500. I mean, you can, it's just difficult to find, and it's not worth the time and the ROI when you can just do reverse sourcing on that arbitrage and make that money quicker. So if you have a low budget, you don't have much to spend, online arbitrage, the easiest way to start making multiple thousands a month, and the quickest. Then eventually you get to that point where you're doing wholesale, replenishing all your stock, working with the same suppliers, the owners, the sales rep, everything is moving smooth, and that's your long-term play, where then you just need to build out a team and manage everything like that. And that's what the stage that I'm at. That's what I'm building now. I'm purchasing from multiple wholesalers now, building out orders. I have a big catalog of products that I'm constantly restocking, but I'm not stopping the online arbitrage aspect of the business because it's so lucrative. There's so many products out there to sell, so I never recommend you ever stop, and you should definitely be starting with that as a complete beginner. So now I have virtual assistants that do all the online arbitrage sourcing. All I do is look over them, purchase what I think works. We get them prepped off and sent to Amazon, and we're just doing that. That's kind of running by itself. The wholesale stuff is what I focus on. I'm the one building relationships with the owners, the sales reps, and we're placing orders, consistently restocking them. And that's how we're building out a long-term business on Amazon FBA. Amazon is so lucrative. Now, this model isn't something that, you can actually exit and really sell. I mean, there is ways, but it's not like how a brand would be. Rather, we're just building a big cash generating machine, something where you can insert 50K in inventory and get 20K in profit. Insert 100K, pull out 40K in profit. So that is what we're building. That is kind of the gist of doing Amazon FBA this type of way. And if this is all kind of new to you, you haven't really been introduced to Amazon yet, well, check out my YouTube, because I have so many videos that break down the whole process, but I have a bunch of videos, shorter form, stuff that you can quickly digest on my TikTok and Instagram. I will leave all the handles right here so you can check them out, and also link below. Like I said, hundreds of videos of in-depth strategies, guides on how you guys can actually go ahead and begin selling on Amazon. Stuff that is in courses is on my TikTok. Stuff that isn't available to the general public anywhere else is on my TikTok. So again, check that stuff out. You guys will find a lot of benefit in that. And if you guys want specific videos on my YouTube more in depth, then drop them in the comments below so I can make a video on that. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.